Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor, and I'm with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation. Thanks to the support of the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health and Alaska Public Media for allowing us to bring you hangar flying. This evening, we are pleased to have Allie Burand back on our show. Allie is an aircraft dispatcher with a commercial aviation company that is based in Anchorage. Allie, welcome back to Hangar Flying.
Hi, thanks.
So on our last episode, we talked about some of the things that you do in your job, and it sounds perfect for somebody who's responsible, smart, and who likes to be in control somewhat. And we talked about how dispatching is kind of the hidden secret of the aviation industry and some of the benefits that a dispatcher might have with the company. So can you tell us what some of the benefits are?
Well, it is a great job to begin with. It's challenging and exciting. It's different. You're never going to be bored. But a lot of the perks are, you get all the same pilot perks. You get to, there's jump seating. Most companies have, they're in the CAS system, so you can go jump seating on all the airlines in the United States, fly all over the world. There's also non-rev benefits. You can get your friends and family on some flights. But traveling, if you love to travel, this job's great for that. We work 4 10-hour shifts a week, so you get 3-day weekends, because we have duty day limitations like pilots as well. So you're not going to be, working all the time. But yeah, it's just a general, all-around good place to work, job to do.
And we were talking about your day today, and we were commenting on how you never know what to expect. Every day you go into the office, it's something different.
Mm-hmm. I used to check the weather when I was drinking my coffee in the morning before work or eating breakfast, and I had to stop because if the weather was bad, then I'm like, no, I don't want to go to work. But yeah, so it is a surprise now every time I walk into the office. There can be maintenance issues, there can be weather issues, or everything can go as planned, and it's just it runs like a smooth operating machine. But yeah, there's always something different, always never the same issue 2 days in a row.
It doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So what career advice would you give to somebody who is thinking about a career in aviation or as a dispatcher, but maybe they're not really sure about how to get involved or what it might entail? What kind of career advice could you give them?
Just any interest in aviation really at all is the starting point. If you want to get your foot in the door, even if you, it's like if you wanted to go work at an airline somewhere, start in customer service, work in reservations, and like we have an SOC department. They do aircraft scheduling and crew scheduling and stuff like that.
SOC stands for?
That's the System Operations Center.
Okay.
So they kind of run the airplanes. They tell them where to go and when, and then we do all the flight planning for those airplanes. But it's if you just start there, that's a great place because you get to see how the airline operates, and then you can move into dispatch later if you decide that's aviation is what you want to do. And it is a lot of weather is science and math, so you need to get into that quite a bit. Be a pilot. Like that would get you started for sure.
But you're not a pilot, so you don't have to be a pilot. That's not a requirement to be a dispatcher.
No, yeah, you do not need to be a pilot, but it is a nice kind of, they coincide so well that if you do one, you can do the other. So I'm looking to hopefully start doing some flying myself.
Oh, good. Yeah, you've got a lot of the background covered already. So very good. You'll have a head start. So what kind of characteristics in a person make a good dispatcher?
Someone who's really level-headed, cool personality. You have to be able to take on a lot of stress. There's usually, the difference between being a pilot and a dispatcher is that you're handling 10 to 20 flights at one time. You have to know where every airplane is at any given time, where it's going, when it's going to get there, any of the situations that are going on at the departure airport, their arrival airport, their alternate airport, all that stuff you need to be able to juggle at once. As for a pilot, they're in their one airplane and they're one destination, and they have a little bit less outside influence to focus on. But at any given time, the phones are going to be ringing off the hook, the radio is going to be ringing, so you need to be able to multitask and handle stress. And then if somebody comes in and asks you to do something else, just keep a cool head. If you get in a discussion or a disagreement with a crew member or something, you need to be able to work that out. And also just keep safety and regulation and everything all under your belt at the same time.
So calm, collected. You have to have a science mind because there's a lot of weather and math and physics in that, as well as being a people person and being able to work with crews and coworkers. So it sounds tough.
Yeah, dispatch is the hub. So we work with the crews, we work with the SOC department, we work with our operations department. They do the weight and balance stuff and the loading of the airplanes. We work with maintenance. Everything goes through us. So you have to work with almost every department in the company. And so, yeah, being a people person helps.
Well, thank you, Allie. We've enjoyed having you on the show and learning a bit about what you do and how dispatchers work in commercial aviation. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've learned a little bit about some of the jobs and the people that work to keep aviation safe in Alaska. Thank you for watching Hangar Flying, and until next time, fly safely.